외로움이 가득히 비어있는 이 garden.
Yeah, the things they do with language should be illegal, quite frankly. What's up, guys? My name is Comedian, and if that isn't a cry for help, I don't know what is. Anyway, today is another BTS reaction, and it's a little switch-up flipperoonie from the usual, because I'm going to be doing a vocal line reaction. It's been a long time coming. I kind of got really sucked into the rap line for a bit, because I love rap, so that's fair enough. But, you know, I've heard good things about the vocal line. Apparently, some might even say it's actually makes up more than 50% of their group, and therefore their work output, maybe. And obviously, like, I just love the poetry and all the imagery and just the fantastic, like, just the morals and the meaning and the feeling behind all their music. And I know they've got that in spades in their vocal songs too. I think probably one of the first songs I reacted to by them was from their vocal line. I mean, I'm not entirely sure how this thing works yet, but I'm pretty sure if it isn't rap, it's a vocal line song. Let me know if I'm wrong in the comments. Now, those of you who do know who I am, and, you know, for that, I'm incredibly sorry. But for those of you who do know who I am, you'll know that I've actually started doing this reaction game full-time recently. And I just want to thank all of you for your support so far. And to that end, I want to thank a few of you who've really been helping me make this possible, basically, which is, you know, make my dream, my really bizarre, sort of self-damaging, incriminating dream a reality. So I want to thank a few of my patrons. I want to thank Space Beach. I want to thank Olivia, Cecily Jensen, Ashley Himarowicz, and Bemblebug. Thank you, guys. And obviously, links to my Patreon is in the description. But enough about that, because it's time to throw myself into this reaction. I'm really excited. This feels like a new chapter in my kind of ever ramping up, ever increasing kind of developing love affair with BTS, the band, the myth, the legend. So yeah, I mean, this is my first time consciously being like, I'm going to react to the vocal line, which is a big difference from when I, you know, was a brand new BTS baby, starting out in the world, just learning what the ropes were. So here we go. Let's do this.
외로움이 가득히 비어있는 이 garden.
Yeah, I am 5 seconds in, and I'm already overwhelmed by the language. Really, it's just incredible. Like, I don't know, the things they do with language should be illegal, quite frankly. Wow, the emotion already. I'm overwhelmed already. Full of loneliness, this garden is bloomed, full of thorns. Pretty beautiful. I hung myself in this sandcastle. I just, like, if I'm reading that correctly, that is so dark and beautiful, but just dark. Like, the interplay of, like, a really adult dark theme with, you know, a sandcastle, a very childish, youthful theme, which is usually, you know, sandcastle is like the epitome of joy. Like, I don't know how I'm supposed to do reactions to BTS when I feel like I could spend 10 minutes talking about each line, and I feel like I'm doing you guys and myself a disservice by not doing that. But I don't have the time in the day and the time to film and edit these videos and talk as much as I want to talk about each line. It's ridiculous. Like, you can't win with these guys. Like, they're just so good at what they do. I hung myself in a sandcastle. Okay, all right, let's just keep going.
이 모래성에 넌 날 외웠어. 너의 이름은 뭔지 갈 곳이 있긴 한지.
This the backing track is beautiful too. You can never really lose with a soft piano, gentle voice. Be it male or female, you can't really lose. And, you know, almost like a delicate, like, there's like a delicate, like, wispy kind of like kind of static feedback in the background. Hopefully that's deliberate. Not hopefully it isn't just because this is like a dodgy copy or something, but like a lovely sort of static, wishy kind of in the background, which sounds like a beautiful rainfall, you know, just the sound of falling rain, which is always going to be one of the most evocative, at the same time, like, kind of sad and warm feelings at the same time. And in songs like this with BTS, what is your name? Do you have a place to go? The question is always, and who is the they in this? Who is in this instance? Who is the person they're speaking to? Because it could be themselves, it could be, you know, a third party, it could be like the army, it could be all of humanity, it could be like a very niche, like, philosopher. There's just so many places this could go. Let's see.
And I know 너의 온기 모두 다 진짜란 걸 푸른 꽃을 꺾는 손.
At the risk of leaning on translations too much, hold your hand picking the blue flower. See, picking the blue flower makes it sound much more deliberate. If it was but the blue flower. I mean, this could be something, again, there's a lot of stuff I miss because, you know, But like this could be like some Korean like folklore or like imagery that I'm missing out on. Picking the blue flower, and of course, I love how all of you guys share with all the stuff that I'm missing in the comments. I appreciate that all so much. If you guys know what this is about, do feel free to share.
Don't smile on me, lie on me. 너에게 다가설 수 없으니까.
Am I right in thinking that this is the different singer from the first one? See, like, I'm way too premature in my BTS, adventure to be trying to identify them by their voices. I still can't identify them by their faces very consistently, but I'd like to start trying at least. And my brain said, this voice seems different. Still beautiful, but different.
Give me 초라한 모습 보여.
I can't show you a rundown part of myself. I wear a mask again and go to see you. This is very soulful and mournful. So I wonder if this is to do with, like, this could be any kind of relationship, but we all do this. Like, how many times have we put on that smiley clown mask and gone out to work or to a social event or whatever and just pretended to, not even necessarily to be someone we're not, but just to be an emotion we aren't, like sometimes it's not even self-preservation sometimes it's almost like it's like a feeling of like, I don't want other people to feel bummed out by me, so I'm gonna go out there and just try and fit in and be happy and stuff. But this is just so interesting. I can't show you a rundown part of myself. I wear a mask again and go to see you. But the truth always wins. The truth is always the most sensible thing you can do. On our limited time on this earth, the truth is the one thing we have to share that's meaningful. So I love songs that talk about this idea of like how it's very embedded and ingrained in human society to kind of not share the truth. Language was invented to share truth, and oftentimes it's subverted so we don't share the truth. And that's just a human foible.
But I still want you. 외로움의 정원에 빈 너를 닮은 꽃.
See, now this sounds very beautiful, but that's it's something you have to be careful with in the game of love. Like, imagine going up to somebody and being like, this flower reminded me of you, and they would be like, and you'd be like, yeah, I found it in a lonely garden. Oh, it was a lonely, just miserable garden. Oh, the feelings of just pain and sorrow. It reminded me of you. Where are you going?
가면을 벗고서
Foolish mask. I like that.
영원히 그럴 수는 없는 걸 숨어야만 하는.
I love the issues they speak about. They're so relatable. Like, the more and more stuff I see by them, the more it makes sense why they have such a huge worldwide following, because they just speak truth, they just speak on issues that anyone can relate to. It doesn't even matter. Like, I feel like there's quite a progressive side to them. Even somebody who like didn't align with like progressive politics maybe can still, like, it would be hard. I feel like it would be hard for them to deny the truth in all of these words. Like, everyone can relate to this. Like, I can never do that. I must hide because I'm ugly. Like, everyone, the way human society is built up tragically is just makes everyone feel themselves with self-doubt. It makes everyone kind of like, feel like parts of them are shameful, parts of them they have to hide away. I just love that they talk about this stuff.
난 두려운 걸 초라해. I'm so afraid. 결국엔 너도 날 또 떠나버릴.
And this is an interesting dynamic here too, a fear of somebody leaving you if they discover who you actually are. But in reality, and I hope they address this, or I wonder where this is going, what usually often happens more often than not is that when you establish a relationship based on an untruth, based on hiding who you actually are, when they finally found out who you really are, they leave you not because they don't like who you really are, but because they, it's the feeling of confusion. Like, I didn't know who you were, it's that kind of like betrayal almost. Like, people don't want to, like, a relationship is founded on trust and honesty and openness. Any kind of relationship, doesn't matter if it's friendship or platonic, romantic, a crazed orgy, whatever it is, it's founded on truth. And, this is such an interesting look at that.
할 수 있는 건 정원에 이 세상에.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the translation now.
너를 닮은 꽃을 피운다.
I bloom a pretty flower that looks like you and breathe as the me that you know. That is, my brain's like, imagine an old cash register kind of receipt sound. That is, moving on.
But I still want you.
Ooh, I did not expect the beat to do this.
I still want you.
That's lovely. It's so minimalist. You have to admire when artists who have this much talent take almost a risk, I guess, a gamble, I would say, on minimalism, because minimalism can so easily be dismissed and just put down as just, but like this is just, there's always beauty in accurate simplicity. There's always beauty in simplicity that just, does exactly what it needs to do. And this beat is exactly that. Oh, and now it explodes. I'm glad I got that out of the way before it exploded. Oh, I feel like I'm just like, why has this gone red? And I feel like they're showing who's doing what. Maybe they've been showing it the whole time and I'm just a fool. Very possible. Very, very likely, in fact. But yeah, one of the things I love so much about BTS is that, like, they don't shoehorn their lyrics. Like, they are clever enough to understand that what they're singing about is universal. Like, it doesn't need to have such blatant imagery forced into it that you're like, okay, this is definitely about an ex of his. This is definitely about when Shelley Sarandon left him in 2016 in high school. It's not about that. It's like you could apply this to any relationship, and it's precisely because relationships, people put way too much stock in the idea of differences between romantic and, platonic relationships and all that stuff. And there's really so little differences apart from the very obvious stuff. Like, as far as like the rules, how it should be played, how people should be treated, it's all the same thing. It's all founded in the same base. And the fact that you could read this, somebody could hear this song and, they could apply it to a breakup they had, they could apply it to their parents, they could apply it to a friend, relatives. Like, there's a beauty in that, It just makes it more meaningful for everyone. Oh, I love that switch up because I don't know about you guys. Well, if you've heard this song before, I guess you were expecting that, but I wasn't expecting that. I really like the music definitely hinted towards getting slower again and then explodes again, and I love that. It's like the quickening of the heart, emotions exploding, very evocative. Yeah, so that was powerful. I'm not surprised. That's what BTS does, but once again, facing the realization that I am a 20-something-year-old man sat in a gaming chair, feeling a bit teary-eyed, and trying to explain it in a way that doesn't make this outro like 10 minutes again. Don't think I can, but that was beautiful, really. I like how it wasn't really until the end that I grasped the sort of the feelings, like, fully grasped the feelings of like loss, of mourning, of kind of like, a sadness, a reflection on the past, of things that could have been. I think it just makes it so much more powerful that theme was kind of saved a bit for the end and then really pushed in your face. It's like, if you guys have seen Coco, you could be like me and spend the whole thing being like, I guess a Pixar movie that seems kind of deep but doesn't really affect your emotions. As the final scene kicks in and you just weep all the 70% of liquids that was in your body onto like the carpet, basically. And that's what this song did for me. I don't know, it's like, it's hard to explain, and that is the beauty of BTS, but that was really beautiful, really touching, and I felt it, everyone. And again, like I said, it doesn't have to be like a girlfriend, a boyfriend, it could be parents, it could be friends, but everyone has that sense of regret, like that sense of like what things could have been for relationships that are defining, factors in our lives. Anyway, thank you so much to all of you guys who suggested this. You know who you are. Thank you again to my patrons. Thank you so much to you guys for watching right now. I really appreciate it. If you like the video and you aren't subscribed, definitely click that button, tickle the old bell. I've got more content like this coming. That's a promise, I guess. That's hopefully a good one. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys are having a lovely day. Don't forget to like the video, and please do suggest more reactions for me to do. All I want to do is make content that you guys love. That's all I'm about, really, for whatever reason that I need therapy for. Right. So I think I covered everything. So yeah, that's it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this reaction as much as I enjoyed the song. Not possible, really, but, you know. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Hope you're all doing great. And remember, if you like my reaction to The Truth Untold, then click the subscribe button and watch my BTS journey unfold. It's too many syllables.